The health of our cattle in 2021 has never been better, and we've treated 0 pinkeye. It's the first time in my life that that's ever happened on this ranch. I would say that from what we've seen so far with ENDOVAC in our program, and I don't see that that's going to change anywhere, that the health of our cattle has just definitely been better, when we use the product as compared to when we did. With ENDOVAC beef, I don't know how you can have it any better. Apex Cattle is an operation that's committed to heterosis, and we use a Sim-Angus breed to accomplish where we're headed. We like cattle to look good, and we like cattle to stay sound, have good feet. We like cattle to have good temperament. We think that's important not only for us, but for our customer base, and then also genomics, which have become a major player in the industry, and maybe even more so here at Apex Cattle. ENDOVAC beef has really been a great product for us in our operation. One of our goals, of course, is to have healthier cattle, is we just don't have extra time and extra labor to put in treat cattle in a pasture situation. We've got a man on the place that can rope, and he can do anything that needs to be done. But the fact of it is he hasn't used that rope one time this year for treating any of these calves. And healthy calves just mean less expense. Treatment costs are pretty high today. We just try to avoid all that we can. As they grow and they develop, we just have less issues if we can keep them healthier. ENDOVAC beef, really, I'm a believer, was a booster of that immune system and really made the benefits of the other protocol we was using, work even better. 3 years ago, we had a neighbor, it's a good friend of mine that runs a pretty good number of commercial cows in this area, about 500-600, and he runs about a 10,000 head feedlot. So they're busy people, and they don't have time for having a lot of problems and issues to take care of regarding health. So one day I run into Bill, and I was talking to him, and I said, "So how's calving going this year?" He said, "It's going really good, I got to tell you." And I said, "So you doing anything different?" He said, "Well," he says, "our vet talked us into using this ENDOVAC product," and he says, he says, "I thought, well, what the heck, one more shot, it's no big deal." And he says, "I got to tell you, I think that's the product that's making all the difference in the world." Matt Pierce, one of our bull customers in Florida, is actually an ENDOVAC user. I saw, so I called Matt, and so I kind of got Matt's rundown on the benefits, and of course he had a lot more experience. Then I actually run into a couple other neighbors and they've started using ENDOVAC through the encouragement of our local veterinarian, Dr. Mike Baker, and actually Dr. Baker uses ENDOVAC in his own Red Angus program himself. He's had the same results that we've enjoyed here, basically no pink eye, no foot rot issues, but I can tell you from a user, an end point, that it's making us money. I would say that ENDOVAC beef benefit among several is the immune stimulant part of it. And we give several different vaccines in our protocol. We try to cover all the bases as good as anybody in the business can do. And if we can stimulate those vaccines to be more responsive and do their job better, one more shot to get that done is a no-brainer. We've had a great experience with ENDOVAC beef in our operation. And again, we're all about efficiency and trying to get as much done as we can. If you don't use it, you don't benefit from it. I would say that number one, but I can tell you this much. We've had foot rot issues over the years that we deal with, and we've had pink eye issues over the years, and this year was just a total contrast of how our health on our calves have been. So then I see one of the ingredients of the ENDOVAC beef product was salmonella. At one time, we'd lost a calf that we posted that had salmonella. And so I thought, that's something we need to be putting in the protocol of our cows as far as pre-calving. This was probably 4 years ago. We first started using ENDOVAC, and so then as time went on, I started learning more about the product, and so then we started using it at birth on our baby calves. The further we got into it, we realized that, gosh, the health of our calves has just been better than what it has been a couple of years before. So 30 days prior to when our cows start calving, all of our cows and bred heifers, they're getting ready for their first calf, get a shot of ENDOVAC beef. And then our baby calves, when they hit the ground, is in the protocol there, one of the shots they get is ENDOVAC beef. So we went through a tough spring this year, and cold and some weather and snow challenges, and some moisture challenges later. We virtually had, practically no health issues to be dealing with as compared to other years. At branding time, which in our operation is in May, we hit those same calves again with ENDOVAC beef, and then we go through the summertime, and then in the middle of August we precondition all of our calves, and we hit those same calves again with ENDOVAC beef. We're a believer, and if we can make it better for our fellow cattlemen, we want to share that same information. Our commitment has always been to be as efficient as we can be, not only for what we do, but for our customers. It's easy to take things for granted, but I think it's important that you prepare so you're diversified in whatever you do, and I think in a vaccination program, that's something that's important, that we've really been dedicated to try to streamline how easy we can do things and how much better we can do things. We're excited about the future of the cattle industry. Apex Cattle, I think that our future, is as good as what we can make it for our customers.